Suzanne, it's really wonderful that you're coming back to conference for the second year. I'm so excited
I
about it.
am.
And instead of just doing one workshop, you're going to be doing a whole day of
A
learning,
whole day. Yes.
combining the Playwork approach, the original learning approach, pulling it all together, and really getting people who are more based in schools to really think about what they're doing and how they're doing it. And I think
Yes.
that's absolutely fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Presentation doing dialogue. Presentation doing dialogue.
Explain what you mean, presentation doing dialogue.
So presentation is I will have stuff on the projector and we'll talk about stuff to get things going. And I try to do that as interactively as possible rather than just monologuing. Then the doing is it's an interactive part where they're going to play or do something to experience it. And then the dialogue will be weaving all of that we've been doing in the morning together and talking about it. And I will be giving questions to get that conversation going. And they'll work doing small groups as well as whole group.
That sounds really interesting. And it's the sort of thing I'm sure that people really pick up on.
The presentation leads into the doing, which leads into the dialogue. And you need to do the whole thing to be able to do that. So you can't just join in part way through. You start in the morning and you do a whole morning session with me. And then the afternoon is the same, but be on a different topic. So the morning and the afternoon are not dependent on each other. And the whole idea is that we dig really deep into what we're doing. So the presentation gives them some background information. The action then will give them the physical knowledge about it. And then the dialogue is where we pool all our different knowledges together. Because it's the whole idea of original learning it's teaching and play and this togetherness. So we're going to do that as adults as well.
Excellent.
And I'm very tempted. I'm going to have either the morning or the afternoon one where we go across the road onto the beach for the doing. Because I felt that was really underused and it was such an amazing resource to have there. But I will have backup plan if the weather sucks. The morning will be play responsive, how to be a play responsive teacher. Is how are we putting play into an education setting? So it is kind of, I really do want to do that because it's not going to be the same as for what a Playwork is doing. But the idea is of people who are stuck in educational settings where there isn't much play. And then maybe they're stuck and not knowing how to get that in and how to connect it to the curriculum. So it is really to try and playify curriculums that are not allowing teachers to do that and to give clues and cues and concrete tips of how they can do it, but also how they can advocate for that.
Okay. So kind of blending education and the Playwork approach.
Yeah, which is the original learning approach is
Really? I never realized
the roles of teacher, facilitator, and play worker.
Yeah.
And so I will be focusing on the play worker part. I will be focusing on the teacher part or but mostly the play worker and facilitator part. Yeah.
Excellent.
Talking about teaching for play. So all of my teaching was so that children could play and then they didn't need me. And it wasn't like play for learning, it was teaching for play. And basically it's trying to flip it.
This I understand. Okay.
Yeah. For me, it's like when I was there last time, I really felt like the early years teachers would benefit so much by being exposed to play work. And I thought, well, maybe if I came in and connected play work in the early years a little bit more concretely, I can get them in. And once they're in and they understand how amazing play work is, you never know what's going to bloom from that.
Absolutely. It's going to be fantastic.